Good afternoon. The topic of today's video lecture is model in defense of European Union values, stopping aggression against Ukraine. The model has been developed by One World History, Italy for European Union, and Visaginas FedH University, and we all together carry all responsibility for developing and implementation of this model. Content of this lecture: why the model in defense of European Union values, stopping aggression against Ukraine, is becoming more and more relevant. The aim of the model: what skills are being developed by this model? What is the content of this model? Conclusion, expression of gratitude, condolences, and in advance notice about risks associated with joining this model. So why this model is becoming more and more relevant? So there are four factors: the failed European Union and main European countries' policy to cooperate with Russia, the gradual decline of the United States of America and its role in Europe, the unwillingness and inability of Putin to any compromise, and the rising responsibility of European citizens and leaders to act smart to save common European Union values. So more about the failed European Union and main European Union countries' policy to cooperate with Russia. Unfortunately, the policy to buy gas and oil from Russia was used by Putin for preparing his military for aggressive wars and for making reserve for funding these wars, for making financial reserve for funding these wars. The policy to cooperate with Russia was also used by Putin to cultivate in Europe politicians who were useful for his aggressive ambitions. And what is probably the most important, the long-term cooperation with European Union have been inconsistent with Putin's aim to build a totalitarian regime based on hate to neighbors, especially Ukrainians. So the building of his totalitarian regime requires the dismantling of all democratic institutions, or all state of law, all values for peace, which are among the core values of European Union. So more about the gradual decline of the United States and its role in Europe. So it's caused by the rise in China and Asia. It's worth to remember that up to approximately 16th, 17th, 18th century, China was more developed than Europe, and economically, and until 18th century in science too. This timetable, of course, it's approximation. Also, the gradual shifting of attention of the United States from the security of Europe. So this shifting is both caused by objective and subjective reasons. And also the decline is influenced by skipping of the United States of the revolutionary developments of cheap massive drones. So this third reason might be reversed soon. So Americans, they are learning fast from nowadays in recent months from after, from summer 2026, they are learning fast from Ukrainian experience finally. So more about the unwillingness and inability of Putin to any compromise. The aggressive so-called Putin special, as he calls special military operation, helps to justify in his eyes and in the eyes of some people in Russia and the world all repressions necessary for continuous building of Putin's totalitarian hate regime. The Putin's war against Ukraine, what is very important, kills not only Ukrainians but also kills Russians, who otherwise some of them might require accountability from Putin potentially. Putin's war against Ukraine also kills people from ethnic regions colonized in the past by Russia, who potentially in the future might aim for independence. Putin's war against Ukraine helps to destroy prosperity in Russia. Otherwise, prosperity might lead to development of stronger and bigger middle class in Russia, who might potentially require who potentially might require political freedoms. There was developed some theory of modernization which partly matched the prosperity and strong middle class with development or maintaining democracy. So there are, how to say, this connection. It's not always evident, but anyway, this is also the risk with Putin probably has in his minds. By Putin, I mean collective Putin and his closest circle and so on. So the Putin's war against Ukraine also ensures moral degradation in Russia necessary for continuous building of his totalitarian regime. When I'm talking about moral degradation, I do not have in mind all people. Of course, they are very courageous and brave people who, in spite of all terrible risks, in spite of being tortured and locked in prisons or in mental health hospitals or beaten or sometimes killed, some people go to the streets to protest or protest on social networks against Putin's war with Ukraine. So there are still such brave people in Russia. And when I'm talking about moral degradation, so this moral degradation, it's not only in Russia, but also in some countries in the world, and even among some people in Europe who are tolerant for Putin's aggression against peace in Ukraine. So this moral degradation, it's also connected to the choosing of how to say, of his target for aggression, because before 2024, even after occupation of Crimea, even after the war inspired by Putin in East Ukraine, so even before the war, which started on 2014, up until 2022, there were many friendships and many intermarriages between Ukrainians and Russians. There were many mixed families. Some Russian citizens until now, some of them live in Ukraine. Some of them moved to Ukraine in protest to Putin's occupation of Crimea. So there were many, how to say, cooperation going until 2022. And the fact that Putin managed to paint in his fake propaganda and fake news the enemy from Ukraine, to paint Ukraine as an enemy of Russia in his propaganda, it shows that, how to say, to attack people, it's almost always a crime, but to attack people who were your good neighbors until the war, it's even more terrible crime. And also, Putin still hopes that he will have more patience and stamina than Europe, and then sooner or later Europe will decrease support for Ukraine. So that's probably the main hope of Putin. So the willingness and inability of Putin to any compromise. Peace or ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine might also lead to revolt of small group of so-called Z patriots, who are the only allowed more or less to public political life in Russia in nowadays. So the only compromise which Putin might be interested in is reduction of military of Ukraine, abandonment by Ukraine of reinforced towns which Putin failed to occupy, imposing agreements on Ukraine which would enable Putin to interfere in internal affairs on Ukraine. So in short, the only so-called compromise which Putin might be interested to accept is the compromise which would enable Putin to attack Ukraine again and from better positions. So, the rising So next, about the rising responsibility of European Union citizens and leaders to save European values. Such European Union values as peace, respect for human dignity, freedom, democracy, equality, the rule of law, and respect for human rights, including the rights of persons belonging to minorities, pluralism, non-discrimination, tolerance, justice, solidarity, and equality between women and men, must not be taken for granted. These values must be protected, upheld, and actively promoted if we want to live in the world where such values are respected. So, what can European citizens do to defend European Union values? Like was noticed by Dr. PhD Egidius Vareikis in his interview for our project, one of among one of the most among one of ways to do more, it's to pay taxes to ensure that there is enough budget to rearm Europe and to support Ukraine. Also, there are other ways to support Ukraine and to defend European values. It's, for example, to donate the Ukrainian military and to organizations which support soldiers of Ukraine. In Lithuania, it's popular to donate money for buying drones for Ukrainian military. Also, it might another way to help is to donate to refugees, to organizations which support Ukrainian refugees, also not only in European Union, but also to Ukrainian refugees who moved from territories occupied by Putin to other parts of Ukraine. Also, depending on capacity, it might be to accept Ukrainian refugees at home. Visaginas, it's in Lithuania accepted the highest number of refugees while calculating not while recalculating according to the number of population of Visaginas. Also, it might be the way to help is to go to volunteer to Ukraine. So, what can European Union citizens do more to defend European Union values? This includes also to require accountability from European Union, national and local leaders and policymakers to monitor and to ask them what they are doing to protect European Union values in Ukraine. To be active in political life and to support leaders who adequately act against threats of, of Putin, to write petitions, to take part in demonstrations in support for Ukraine, to participate in cultural and artistic events that support Ukraine, to call to the offices of policymakers and to ask what they have done in support for Ukraine and what they are going to do more in the future. Also, it is very important to practice European Union values in your daily personal life, and so on, including, for example, joining these models as adult learners. So more about this model. The model aims to provide adult learners with active citizenship skills to help Ukraine and to play a bigger role as citizens in general. The model also aims to provide an increased critical thinking, media literacy, and digital skills. The skills foreseen to be developed of model are active citizenships, critical thinking, media literacy, ability to recognize and fight with fake news, learning to learn, digital skills, literacy competence, multilingual competence, and so on. So more about citizenship competence. Citizenship competence is the ability to act as responsible citizens and to fully participate in civic and social life based on understanding of social, economic, legal, and political concepts and structures, as well as global developments and sustainability. Respect for human rights as a basis for democracy lays the foundations for responsible and constructive attitude. Constructive participation involves willingness to participate in democratic decisions making at all levels and civic activities. This is from Council of Recommendations of May 22, 2018 on key competencies for lifelong learning of European Union countries. So what is the content of this model? The content of this model includes European Union values and international law. What does it mean to be a citizen? European Union institutions. Why European Union member states and citizens must help Ukraine. Lies used by Putin and Hitler. Why building of successful democracy and the state of law in Ukraine are so deadly dangerous to Putin's regime in Russia? Advantages of non-perfect democracy versus so-called perfect totalitarianism. Examples of success of propaganda and disinformation, and more. Got interested? Follow us on our YouTube channel. The model includes also practical assignments, and the scope of the model, video lectures plus practical assignments together cover approximately 40 learning hours of average statistical adult learner. All graduates of this non-formal learning adult education, non-formal blended learning adult education model will receive certificates. So why it is worth to take part on this model? The model develops transversal skills which could be used both for participation in democratic and social life and also in labor market. The model responds both to current and future needs. The need to recognize and to be resistant to propaganda from authoritarian regimes like in Russia will also remain even after stopping aggression against European Union values in Ukraine. I mean the aggression of Putin. The adult learners will gain an increased active citizenship, critical thinking, digital skills, media literacy, and will learn to know and to apply European Union values, as well as to recognize fake news and lies of propaganda and more. So, conclusion. The model provides unique experience of learning skills and tools to promote common European Union values and support for Ukraine, while analyzing world-changing developments in Russia-Ukraine war. So, worth to remember from previous video, submission to the aggressor does not help to avoid deaths. If we do not stand on our values, Putin will stand on us. More on the previous video, the end of Pax Americana in Europe. Expression of gratitude. The model in defense of European Union values stopping aggression against Ukraine has been tested with adult learners from Italy and Lithuania Visaginas. We are especially grateful for the feedback which enabled us to prepare the final excellent version. We are also very grateful for the courage to join pilot testing of this model, especially to the courage of our participants from Visaginas who live on the border with Belarus. As we all know, Belarus, together with Russia, they are last dictatorships in Europe, and the leader of Belarus, the dictator of Belarus, Alexander Lukashenko, is on the team of Putin. We also express deepest condolences to the family and friends of one of our great participants of pilot testing of our blended learning model, who unfortunately died at the end of our project in defense of European Union values, stopping aggression against Ukraine. So, and in advance notice about the risks for joining this model. We strongly discourage to traveling to Russia and Belarus due to risk of provocations and unlawful arrests and torturing. That also and especially applies to, we discourage in general, but that also and especially applies to all participants and educators of the model in defense of European Union values, stopping aggression against Ukraine. Unfortunately, the current regime in Russia becomes more and more totalitarian. Creative Commons license is applied for all model in defense of European Union values, stopping aggression against Ukraine. We would be very grateful if you share how you use the model or all or some parts of it by email and or comment section of our YouTube channel or on our Facebook pages and so on, or on Facebook pages of our great partners Italy for European Union and Visaginas FEDH University. The project in defense of European Union values, stopping aggression against Ukraine, is co-funded by European Union. The content of the model and the implementation of the whole project are the responsibility of One World History and our partners, Visaginas FEDH University and Italy for European Union. Funded by the European Union, views and opinions expressed are, however, those of the office only and do not necessarily reflect those of the European Union or the national agency. Neither the European Union or the national agency can be responsible for them. Thank you so much for your attention, and hope this video lecture you found inspiring, interesting, and useful.